East a bunch of times. So down through Roberta.
Can we just kill the lights? It's just too much.
I love it. Yeah.
I know, it's just too much.
Good. Are you from University originally? Yeah. I love it all through there. We used to haul out in Magnolia Swamp down there. You know where that is? And haul logs for years up there until I think it was 94 when the big flood came through. And I know we lost at least one log trail down there. Went down the river. Yeah. That was my best. It's good to meet you. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, let me tell you one thing.
Yes, sir.
Just scan the QR code and you'll get registered on the website.
That's what he's telling me.
He does.
Fine. How you walking? Yes, sir. Yeah. Doing great. Just getting another week started. So stop 34 for the day. Yeah, it's been good. It really is. Thank you.
Next job, that's like you. Got it. You only have one leg. Glad you walking through. You got no sense.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I think I met you maybe at one of the other No, I'm from Atlanta. I covered the for the Collins campaign. How did you
Well, appreciate y'all here. My name is Steve Harper. I'm the first vice chair of the Muskogee County Republican Party. And I'm also the election integrity director for the county for the Republican Party. It's a great pleasure to be here in the DoubleTree to introduce Mike Collins. Russell Alton's going to do that in a second. But I also want to recognize Matt Day. He's running for 2nd District. He's going to beat Stanford Bishop. And we also have Dan Smith in the back, our representative for Bishop 138. Thank you for being here. And if anybody didn't know, our monthly meeting is at the Hilton Garden Inn off of DoubleTree every 2nd Tuesday of the month. Next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, so hope to see y'all there. Alton, Russell, come on up, young man.
You know, they had to have somebody tall and good looking to do this. Well, listen, it's always a treat to have all y'all here, and we do appreciate y'all being here. But you know what? The easiest thing that I've ever done is introduce Mike Collins. And I know some of y'all may have heard this story before, but if you have, that's okay, you don't hear it again. But listen, one of the things that's important about Mike Collins is that he works hard every day. He's on the trail every day to do the things he needs to do to come to Columbus and meet people like y'all. But listen, you know, things that he has done as a congressman that not many people realize and understand, that I'm talking about working hard, is when we had this guy running for the Senate a couple of years ago, and Mike Collins came to Columbus with the Georgia Republican Party to knock on doors for Herschel Walker. Yeah. Now listen, you know, usually you get these guys like they're congressmen or whatever they are, and, except for Vance, you know, but they come to Columbus and they do a little rah-rah story, and then they get in their truck and head back wherever they're from. Not Mike Collins. Mike Collins knocked on doors in South Columbus, and one day he wanted to stay later. I told him that he could stay, but he was going to be by himself. That it was fixing to be dark, and I was heading home. But listen, he knocked on doors for a couple of days here in Columbus, Georgia, for another candidate. And, you know, not many people do that, but that's just an indication of what a hard worker and what his concern is for the people of Georgia. And you know, and listen, it is my pleasure to introduce our next senator, Mike Collins.
Thank you for the kind words. You know, I had forgotten about that when we came over here. But in all fairness, y'all, you know, I think I did my first time I ever campaigned for my dad. I was in the 4th grade, and no joke, he told me, he said, "Son, go to school now. Understand? You tell teacher you got to make an announcement tomorrow." So I did. I told her I need to make an announcement, and she said she was called on me. I stood up and I said, "My dad's running for county commission, post number 3. We need your vote." And I said, so, but I've been doing it ever since. My gosh, how many times I've been out knocking doors when I wasn't even old enough to drive, and all through high school and college. It's just, to me, it's kind of like what Turning Point says: knocking doors to win wars and elections. And it does. It really does. It makes an impact when you see people face to face and eyeball. But I got a quick question. How many people already know me or know anything about me? Okay, well, good. I'd say it's about 50% then. Well, that's fantastic.
Anyway.
Sir? Well, I just kind of, I like to kind of gauge on whether I'm going to give y'all the Baptist version of the 45 minutes, we're going to have altar call, or how we want to work this thing. But no, I tell you what I'm going to do. I just want to kind of give you a quick, just who I am. I kind of like giving an update on things anyway because of grandkids. And then kind of give you an idea of the way this thing is going to look, the support we got out there, about primary night, about what the call to action is, and then we're just kind of finishing up on the back end back there. The people say, I don't know why I give outlines, I just do. That's kind of the way. We might get sideways on this thing. I feel like sometimes I'm like old Rush Limbaugh. I kind of get going this way, and then we bring it back. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mike Collins. Listen, I was born, raised, still live and work in the same little old town, Jackson, Georgia, which is in Butts County. And it's actually off I-75, about halfway between Atlanta and Macon. I've been married to Leanne for 37 years. We actually dated in high school. And we have 3 grown children. They're not children anymore. We got three young adults. And now, after 5.5 weeks ago, we've got 7 grandkids. Yeah. And I don't know about y'all, but I've had an amazing life. I mean, it's been incredible. The things I've been able to do, and just the blessings that we've been able to receive. Lee and I started our own trucking business a little over 30 years ago. I'm 2nd generation in trucking. We started with just one little truck running over the road, and today our sons and nephew, next generations on that thing, and we built that thing up to around 100 trucks that are out there running every day. I say that because I want you to kind of put this in your mind as I go through the next few minutes. But in October, you're going to have the opportunity. You're going to see 2 people on the stage in the debate. Over here, you're going to have me. Guy's been in the trucking business for 30 plus years. One of the most regulated, taxed industries that there is in this country. And was able to take that experience. Was I supposed to put this on?
No.
Okay. All right. Was able to take that experience, go to Washington, D.C., and get 2 pieces of legislation signed into law in 2 years by 2 presidents from different parties. And of course, that Lake and Riley Act was the 2nd piece of legislation. You know, there's 2 things about Lake and Riley Act. Number 1, that was the first piece of immigration legislation with any teeth to it that has been passed in over 30 years. Number 2, in just 1 year, that 3-4 page piece of legislation has been responsible for taking over 20,000 illegal criminal thugs off our streets, making us safe. So that's what you're going to have over here. Just a successful small businessman, first term, 1-term congressman, able to deliver for the people of the state of Georgia. And over here, you're going to have John Ossoff. This guy ain't never had a real job in his life, y'all. As a matter of fact, I'll go a step. This guy shouldn't even be there. He didn't win that race.
That's right.
He doesn't represent us. He doesn't represent anything about the state of Georgia. By God, come 2020, November 2026, we're going to send him packing wherever he came from.
That's right.
But you got this guy that never had a job in his life, or is bought and paid for by those crazy people in California and those nut jobs out in New York. And he's a first-term senator now. If you don't knock them out in their first re-elect, I'm just telling you, it's hard to get them. That joker will be there till the cows come home. And you think his voting's crazy now? Men and girls sports. Nobody in their right mind would do that. Yeah, this guy, he voted against the bill that had the farm bill in it for our farmers.
Yep.
He shut down the government this last time, 48 days, and we're trying to get the grant money out from Hurricane Helene so that our farmers could even survive. No, he shut down the government to try to give illegals health care. And we got veterans out there that are sleeping under bridges and need our help. And you can't help them first? So that's what you're going to be looking at, man. I look forward to this one. You know, I'll be glad to just his resume versus my resume. That when you take a look at this field that we're running, because right now, early voting starts June the 8th, next week. Election day's June the 16th. I'll probably say that another 3-4 more times. We're going to need your help. I mean, primaries, people understand, go vote, but then a lot of people are so busy, they feel like they voted and they don't realize that there may be a runoff. So we got to make sure that we address that and we keep pushing people to get out there.
Amen.
But you take a look at the people that have endorsed my race. Now, you know, the Lake and Riley family, they've endorsed me. The National Border Patrol Council has endorsed me. Turning Point Action, you know, which was founded by Charlie Kirk, he's endorsed us. CPAC, Club for Growth, Newt Gingrich. I mean, over 200 local and elected officials, like your Congressman Brian Jack, like Representative Vance Smith, And it's good to see you, Representative Casey. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming out today. But y'all, there's a reason that these people have endorsed us. Those conservative groups, those groups that I was talking about, they only endorse you based on your voting record. My voting record all the way across there is over 90%. The Club for Growth is 100%. All these people endorsed us that elected officials, they did that because they understand if I tell them I'm going to do something, by God, I'd do it.
That's right.
And that's just not a typical politician. They also understand that I know how to win and get results. Y'all realize in the polling out there, I've been in the lead in the polls since I got in this race. By double-digit numbers. Still at double-digit numbers. As of last Thursday night, I'm at 59%. Derek Dooley's at 39%, and there's only 9% left undecided in this. You take it a step further, and you put me up against John Ossoff. In every single general election poll out there, I've either been tied with John Ossoff or in the margin of error, and I'm the only candidate that's been able to do that. We are the only candidate out there, and I think this is going to explain a lot as we keep going here. This is number one. This is huge. Only candidate to organize all 159 counties with over 800 convoy captains. That's trucking lingo. It's county chairs. That's unheard of. Most people try to get just one. But those people are out there pushing our message, putting in, planting yard signs. Y'all realize we got over 15,000 yard signs in people's yards? That's where you see the swell of support. And in the state of Georgia, you've got two main groups that make up the Republican Party. You've got what some people call the MAGA crowd, or the low propensity voter, those that only turn out when Trump's on the ballot, or a Trump candidate is on the ballot. Well, they've always known that was me. I mean, even though I financially supported President Trump starting in 2016, I actually went out all over the country with him in 2024, campaigning for him. It's cold in Iowa, y'all, when it's 40 below zero. South Georgia boys get cold. But we were out there. I was on stage when he came to Georgia. And actually went out and campaigned on my own for 6 candidates across this country to try to help them to get into Congress, because I wanted to make sure that we had the president's back when he got there this time. Because I don't think he had it all the way when he was there the first time. They see that. There's also another group, and I just label them the Atlanta suburban people. Great people. Bipartisan's not a bad word. All they want, give me somebody, go up there, get something done that'll help me. Well, y'all realize Lake and Riley, I could have got Lake and Riley Act passed with just Republicans out there. We had a majority. But I also knew to get it out of the Senate that I needed to have some Democrats. So I went knocking on doors. Carried 36 Democrats with me on that bill. That's how we got it out of the Senate. That's what the Atlanta suburban crowd sees. That's why we've been in the lead in this thing. They understand that. So does John Ossoff. He understands that too. Y'all ask yourself a question real quick, or answer this for me. How many times have Republicans had the House, the Senate, the White House, and we still struggle to get anything done? I mean, you see that right now, don't you? We can't get the Save America Act passed. 80% of the country wants it, but we can't get it out. And it always seems that the problem is right over there in the Senate. I mean, we send good legislation over, and it's not because we don't have enough Republicans, y'all. It's because we don't always have enough of the right Republicans.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's what you've got to do this election cycle. With me as your nominee, you not only get to knock out John Ossoff, replace a Democrat with a Republican, but you get to replace John Ossoff with a true conservative fighter. I mean, somebody that's going to fight for your values and for my values, and have President Trump's back. I'll sum it up in a few short things here. Number one, you'll never find me apologizing for being America first. That's what I am. Matter of fact, I'm unapologetically pro-God, pro-Trump, pro-Second Amendment, pro-strong military. By God, peace through strength works, y'all. If it's not good for Georgia, and it's not good for this country, I will never support it, period. Well, people ask me all the time. They say, Mikey, man, tell me what the secret sauce is in this thing now. Because there ain't too many people that can say they've gotten 2 pieces of legislation passed and signed law. I mean, only 2% of legislation ever gets to the president's desk. It still don't mean he signs it. The secret to my success, it's real easy. It's easy. You see, I learned my lessons, the hard lessons, over here in something called the real world. You know, I'm not a career politician. You know, like how to compromise, when not to budge, how to make sure that I get the best deal so that I can keep families fed and keep employees employed, or frankly, just to stay in business. Because I don't know about y'all, but you know, I swear, there's a lot of times in my career I felt like that the #1 job of the federal government was to put me out of business. And that's the perspective I took with me up there, and that's the perspective that I take with every vote that I cast. And that's what you need more of in the Senate. And that's exactly what you'll get with me if you put me over there. Because Lord knows, we need a little more backbone over in that place, I think you would. Amen. June 8th, early vote, 1 week. And June 16th is election day. I need your help. I need your help. You help me get through the runoff, get me through November, get me into that seat, get me over to the U.S. seat. All I'm going to do, y'all, come January, the only thing I'm going to change, I'm going to just take this old chair I got on that old desk up there, and it's old, and I'm just going to slide it across the rotunda, and I'm going to just set up shop right over there on the other side. and I'm going to reach in my pocket, and I'm going to pull out this pink slip. John also ain't going to have a clue what it is. But I'll hand it to him and I'll say, John, you're fired. Yeah. I love telling that story. The thing is, my staff has already said, now, you know Mike, because we do one take Michaels. I don't know if y'all ever seen the video. So get one take. So you know we got to do a video of that. Listen, thanks for coming out. I'll tell you this too. We've been hitting as many stops every day that we can while we're here. I got to fly back to the swamp tomorrow night about 9 p.m. and then they'll have us tied up on the rest of the week and next week in D.C. But it's important. We got appropriations going through. I mean, hallelujah. This may be the 2nd year in a row we get our appropriations done. My gosh, who would have ever thought that? Now all we got to do is get a budget first, you know, and then get this thing back to regular order. But y'all, everywhere we have been, I mean everywhere, it's just been amazing the amount of people that have been showing up. You know, and it's a testimony to you that just tells us and verifies what we've been thinking. And that's it. You know how important that this election is. And you know how important that it is if we don't right this wrong this time, that it's going to be harder to do that from now on. And we take this one out, the next one can go on the next one. And so it's amazing. It's humbling for me to see y'all, to show up out here. You don't know what that means for me, because I do get tired. I lose my voice every day now. But it's nice, and I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for coming out. I think that we may take, what do we got time? We got 1 or 2 questions that I can take. If y'all got a question, I would love. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate it. What is your stance on abortion?
Well, I'll tell you this, I support Georgia's heartbeat law, and which includes the exceptions, with 100%. Anybody? Yes, sir.
Me and Tony talked about only one I got on Blackman Road.
Concerns me, and I don't know what can be done from the other states, but everybody's heard about these foreigners that are getting CDL licenses and getting out on the interstate and killing people. That's got to stop.
Amen, brother.
And how in the world they got, somebody put them in that position, they should be arrested for being accessory to the murder.
You know what? We've pulled almost, I think we pulled a little over 100,000. Can y'all believe it? Over 100,000 so far. And that's not near half of it yet.
No.
And they've got, that is a prime example of how these foreigners breaking into our country are killing our country. And people say, well, it's cheap labor. That's cheap labor too, because they're out there running off cash. They don't care about the truck. Even if they can't even speak English and they break down, how are they going to communicate what's wrong with the truck? They're not. They don't care about that. They just care about getting all the cash they can and then hustling it back home. And the states that put these guys, or these people, gave them a license, they ought to be held liable. Anybody that's been harmed should hold California and all these other blue states and putting these people out there, and they ought to be the ones that do it. And that goes for those community carriers as well. Yeah, we've been fighting that for decades, y'all, with these carriers that go out of business because of a bad record or something. And then they'll change their name, and lo and behold, got the same address. And you're like, what's the deal there? So anyway, don't get, man, you done got me started. You're all right with this one.
My dad was a truck driver.
I tell you what, I still got my commercial driver's license right here, y'all. I've had them since I was 18. We got time for a couple more. Just one more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there something in legislature now to charge the people that give the license?
Yes, ma'am, there is. There sure is. You know, you could take that, you could take, there's so much good legislation, y'all, that we have passed out of the House. Y'all realize we passed the Save America Act out of the House 4 times? Well, it could be 5. I say 10. You know, it shouldn't have had to go more than once. But we sent so much good stuff over there, and it just falls into this deep black hole over there and disappears.
Well, all I gotta say is I know that the Democrats, they're gonna get people out there to vote. They'll go down every pig trail there is to find somebody to vote. And I know because it happened to my neighbor. He was a Republican, and a lady pulled up, walked up on the porch and said, "I come to take you to vote." This black lady. And he said, "No, that's okay. I was going to take him to vote."
Wow.
That's my neighbor. But I'm just saying, those will go anywhere. They'll go to the ends of the earth to get somebody out to vote. And that's the scariest part, because I know those Democrats, they're stick together. They're going to get out there.
Well, we got to stick together too, and
That's right.
nights like tonight, things like this shows me that there are so many people out there. Matt, good luck on everything. You want to talk about somebody that's working hard. I see that man every time we're in the 2nd district. He is out there running and out there where we're at. So it's good to see you tonight.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I want you to know that I pray for you every morning, and I encourage everybody in this room to do the same thing.
Amen.
That God would give you the wisdom and the strength to win.
Well, I appreciate that.
We can't go forward without you. It's that bad.
Well, I appreciate that. I do, and I need those prayers.
Oh, I know. I've been elected to position.
I'm gonna tell you, man. You don't think social media ain't ugly. It may just be on the screen, but it's ugly. So I'll tell y'all a quick story. When I first got to Congress, I hadn't been in Congress 3 weeks, and we had a tornado hit Jackson, Florida. All I did was took a screenshot of the World Weather Center when that tornado warning hit. We posted it on my Twitter or whatever it was. Y'all know what the first comment was? "I hope that tornado hits your house and kills you and your entire family." I'm like, I ain't been here for 3 weeks. But you know what happened in reality? It landed about 3 miles from my house and killed a 5-year-old boy. So that's the atmosphere we got.
I don't know if anybody has thanked you already, but I want to thank you for your support for the military and veterans.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
well, you're welcome. We owe y'all a debt of gratitude, man. Well, there's no way we could repay it. But at least we could do as a country is do what we promised you that we would do for you and make sure that you're taken care of. And our active military, make sure they got everything they need in the arsenal and make sure that we pay them what they deserve to be paid. So, you're welcome. Hey, thank y'all for coming out.